Okay, how do we use the p-value to check if we should reject the null hypothesis? The null hypothesis, we need to set it up first before we do anything, before we find out any value. So the null hypothesis is just someone claims something. Okay, so in this case, the very beginning, someone said, oh, the hour of sleep of an adult is normally a mean 7.7 hours. So I can use this as my first hypothesis. Null hypothesis is the mean is equal to 0.77. Okay, this is a population. Right. On the other hand, from the sample, um, they've got 7.5, but in this case, they asked me to test if all the snore sleep less than the general population. So someone claimed that the sleep is less than 7.7, so I will have to write down the other hypothesis, which is less than 7.7. Okay. After that, we need to work out a value called p-value. Okay, and see if I should accept the H0 or accept the H1, or call it reject the null hypothesis. The null hypothesis, we call it H0. So now in this case, first of all, we need to work out the p-value. Right, the p-value actually, because of the normal distribution, you can start a graph to see the picture. Okay, 7.7 is here. Okay, this is talking about sample mean. Alright, and the sample mean in this case is 7.5. This is my sample. Alright, and this little area is the p-value. Alright, and now they give me 5% level of significance. This 5% is this 5% here. Okay, let's say the 5% is this 5%. Okay, this yellow area, this 5% area, is what we call reject zone. If my sample means inside this reject zone, then H0 will be rejected. Okay, will be rejected. So now in this case, let's check the p-value. If the p-value is larger than this 5%, then we don't need to reject it. Okay, so let's find out the p-value. The p-values in this case is the black area, which is the mean sample is smaller than 7.5. Okay, there's many ways to find this probability. We can use normal CDF, or we can use the z-test. Okay, so either normal CDF or there's a new function called z-test in the CAS calculator. So now I will do a z-test. Z-test will ask you to fill in 4 things. Okay. First thing is the mu0, which is the original mean population, sample mean, and n. So the first box is 7.7. Second box is standard deviation. In this case, it's given 0.5. Beware this 0.5, you don't need to change it. It's just the population's standard deviation. Okay, you don't need to divide anything. The x-means is 7.5, and the sample, we've taken 50 samples. Okay, then straight away they will give you the p-value. If we use normal CDF, we have to use 4 boxes again. I need to do it here. First one is upper, lower, mean, and standard deviation. All the mean and standard deviation is from the graph. Okay, so the mean for the graph is 7.7. The standard deviation from the graph is the sample standard deviation, not the population. So these two standard deviation are different. Okay, be careful. So now standard deviation is 0.5 divided by the root of the sample. In this case, it's 50. Okay. Lower is infinity negative. Upper will be 7.5. Then you will get the same answer for p-value. In this case, p-value is equal to 0.0023. Okay. On the other hand, p is smaller than the 5%, 0.05. It means it's in the rejection. We have to reject the zero hypothesis. Okay, so need some space. Okay, so I have to reject HO. Alright, so now try to use z-test, which is from your Z calculator, from your CAS calculator. You go to menu and then hit 6, 7, and then you will see a z-test on the top. Okay, thank you very much.